It's a small world, as the phrase goes. Well, now let's meet some people who actually make that happen.
This is Apogee Studios in Hollywood. Here, artists and technicians work to create the special effects you've seen in many films. One of the masters of the art of special effects is the founder of this facility, John Dykstra. John won an Academy Award for his work on Star Wars. Some of his other films include Star Trek, the motion picture, Firefox, Ghostbusters 2, and Caddyshack.
The challenge that is continually presented to us as visual effects creators, image producers actually, is to show the audience something that they couldn't see in a conventional fashion, something that you can't go photograph on location, but appears to have been photographed on location. So the illusion is the thing. That's what we are trying to create, the illusion of reality. Visual effects as a definition is usually multiple elements of film. Those separate images are then combined into a single image and presented to the audience as though they were all photographed at the same time. In Star Wars, you may have seen images including a starfield background, the Death Star, and an X-Wing fighter, or several X-Wing fighters in combat over its surface, and they had lasers being fired from their guns. That broke down in special effects terms into an element of film for each of the fighters, if there were three separate images shot on three separate elements of film, the Death Star on a separate element of film, the stars on a separate element of film, and the lasers animated on yet another piece of film. So at that point, that multiple element package is composited, in this case in an optical printer, to present the final image. It appears as though those were all shot at the same time. The unique thing, I think, that Star Wars offered up was movement of camera during complex composite shots. Basically, the motion control system allows you to record the movement of camera relative to time. Motion control knows exactly where the camera is during that move and can repeat that move exactly. And what that allows you to do is shoot these separate elements of film with exactly the same camera move, and as a result, when you put the images together at the end, all of the subject matter moves at the same time. And that's what motion control allows you to do.
Apogee Head of Production, John Swallow.
This motion control boom is one of the newest advancements in motion control photography. It's called the Graphite. It was made out of a graphite composite material. On this particular one, it has a video camera in it, and with a new video head. And this camera can do 360 in the yoke itself, pan and tilt, and spin 360 degrees also. The boom has the capability of up and down boom movement, 360-degree spin, and also traverse on the track, where it can move back and forth on that.
A computer-controlled camera setup is an amazing piece of equipment as long as it has a subject to shoot. At Apogee, they can take care of that as well. Models are built in exacting detail and filmed or videotaped in front of either a blue or green screen so that later, that color can be extracted and replaced with another picture. In this case, the model fighter is being videotaped in front of a green screen. Later, the green color will be replaced with a videotaped picture of this model planet. Add the movement of the motion-controlled camera, and you've got a trip through outer space. Sometimes a colored screen will be replaced by what is known as a matte painting.
There's two ways to go about doing matte paintings, basically. One is to create an environment that doesn't exist, to go in and paint from scratch, a moon, something that we don't have existing photographs on. The other way, which we've done here, is to take a clip out of the film itself, make a large blow-up of this, and then retouch that. What we've done here is it was a summer scene that we needed a winter scene. So we've come in and repainted it, making it a winter scene. What we'll see here, we'll turn the white lights off, and the black lights will come up. It'll show a red area on the painting of where that will be matted out, and we'll put a live-action plate in there, which will give us the water splashing on the islands and around in the bay there. So why don't we go ahead and turn the whites off and the blacks on. And what we'll do on this one, the red is up there, we'll put a filter, a red filter on front of the lens, which will knock out the foreground blue on here. And that will give us a cleaner matte edge on the red area so the plate can be put in there.
There's dozens of ways to create any image. You can approach it from the point of view of taking a piece of equipment and say, what is the range of images I can produce with this piece of equipment? That's one way of doing it, and it's valid. There's another approach, which is to say, what is the image I want? My preferred method. What is the image I want, and what technology do I need to create it? The important facet of that, it's like any other tool. I use the analogy of an artist knowing how oil works on canvas, how to make glazes and transparencies, and how to work the paint. Once you've achieved technological prowess so that you know how to make sharp, accurate images, then you have to apply that and bring some artistry to it. And in fact, create something that is not only unlike they've ever seen before, but is also evocative and storytelling in its final quality. The most important thing about visual effects is it's still a facet of making a film. I think that the critical issue in the making of a movie is a team effort to achieve an end result being the story, the telling of that story. The actors, the art direction, the director, everyone involved and focused on that end product. And the motion control systems, the blue screen technology, the optical printers are all just tools that are used to tell that story.